Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for logging on to CBSN Denver. It is time for your CBSN Denver Daily Sports Line, brought to you, as always, by BetMGM. I am Michael Spencer. You can follow me on Twitter at MichaelCBS4. Coming off a losing day yesterday, I told you I like no runs in the first inning between the Reds and the Brewers, and it was a really rough first inning for Reds starting pitcher Tyler Mahle. Only ended up giving up one run in 5 2/3 innings of work. Unfortunately, that one run came in the first inning, so there goes our bet, and we fall to 1-1 on the Nerfy bets. We're going to lay off Nerfies today. Rockies and Cubs had their game postponed yesterday, so ended up playing a 7-inning doubleheader today. Going to stay away from those because by the time you see this, one game will probably be completed and the other game might already be underway, depending upon when you're watching this. So we're staying away from baseball today, but I do want to give you a couple NFL futures. I told you yesterday that's what I was going to do, and I'm going to start with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I'm going to go under 6.5 wins. The Jaguars have made it official. Rookie Trevor Lawrence, number 1 overall pick, will be their starting quarterback in week 1. However, they lost their other first-round rookie, his former college teammate, talking about running back Travis Etienne. He is now out for the season with a foot injury. And I just don't love this Jacksonville team, and I don't love their schedule either. I think that you saw, if you watched their preseason game against the Saints, there were plenty of times where Urban Meyer looked like, oh man, what did I get myself into? And I think Jacksonville Jaguars fans, if there are any out there, are going to be feeling that way this year. So I'm going to go under 6.5 wins. Let's run through the schedule real quickly. They open up at the Texans, right? And I think the Texans are absolutely terrible. I told you earlier, I'm on under 4 wins for them as we head into the 2021 season. Toss-up game, I'm going to lean Texans there since it's at Houston. The Broncos come to Jacksonville on week 2 or go to Jacksonville on week 2. That's a loss. I think they lose to the Cardinals. At the Bengals, okay, maybe a toss-up game. Then they've got the Titans, the Dolphins, a bye week. Then they have to go to Seattle. Then they play Buffalo, and then they go to Indy and play the Colts. That is a rough stretch right there. I don't see them winning any of those games. San Francisco, okay, maybe a toss-up. I'm still not convinced that we're going to get a great season from the 49ers. Obviously, they've got some quarterback questions as well. The Falcons game, maybe a toss-up. I lean Falcons there, though. I think they could be a sleeper team. Their over-under is at 7.5 wins. I don't love them to make the playoffs, but as we told you last week with Ben Carey on the show, we do like the over 7.5 there. Then they go to the Rams. That's a loss. At the Titans, that's a loss. Houston comes to town week 15. Okay, I'll give the Jacksonville Jaguars that one because they're at home. Then they've got to go to the Jets. Maybe they squeak out a win on the road there. The Jets probably aren't going to be any good either. Then they've got to go to the Patriots and then end the season with the Colts. At best, I see 5, maybe 6 wins. I certainly don't see 7, which is why I'm on the under 6.5 wins for the Jacksonville Jaguars. That pricing out right now at -120 on your BetMGM app. The other future I want to give you, this one's a little bit pricey at -165, but I like the Packers to win the NFC North. They have a tough schedule, but they are head and shoulders above everybody else in their division when you look at the Vikings, the Bears, and everybody else in that division as well. So I really like Green Bay. I think that Rodgers, his swan song maybe in Green Bay, I think he comes out. I think he has a fantastic year. He and Devontae Adams. Could it be the last dance? Who knows? But give me the Packers to win the NFC North at -165. If you don't want to take that, I understand it's a little bit too juicy for some people, but I'm going to go on record and say the Packers win the NFC North, and we will count that as an official play here on the CBSN Denver Daily Sports Line. So to recap, Jaguars under 6.5, Packers to win the NFC North, and the other futures bets that I've given out for you right here, I told you Texans under 4, I told you Titans to win the AFC South, and the football team up there in Washington to go over 7.5 wins. So we got some plays out there as we are, a week and a day away from the start of the NFL season. Can't wait for Cowboys Buccaneers to kick that thing off, and we will get going for 2021. Really looking forward to that and looking forward to being here with you every day on CBSN Denver, bringing you some picks. And I love your thoughts. Have some really fun bets over the last couple days. Some really fun interaction with you guys. Love that. Love when you hit me up. Tell me that you like my picks. Tell me that you hate my picks. Whatever. Either way, you can find me on Twitter at MichaelCBS4. That is going to do it for your CBSN Denver Daily Sports Line. We are, as always, brought to you by BetMGM. Remember, place your parlays, props, and futures at the King of Sportsbooks. Download the app today.